Hello friends, I'm Christopher, and today I'm discussing the reasons why I'm switching from wooden raised beds to metal raised beds. There's a lot to discuss. I've been gardening in wooden raised beds for the last 8 years since I built these, and I built them well, but it's time for a change. So if you're in the market for a new raised bed yourself and you've decided you want to go metal, do consider using VEGO Gardens. I am an affiliate with them. There are links down in the description and comments. If you follow them, you can get a great deal on anything, and there's a little percent that comes back to the channel as an affiliate, and I can buy more VEGO stuff to do more gardening, to make more content for you. But as a thanks, when you check out, you can type in ulrich.christopher10 off to receive $10 off your purchase. Now, on to the good stuff. Before I start discussing the reasons why I'm switching from wood to metal, I wanted to show you what my new beds are going to look like. This is the VEGO Garden Classic series. It's a 17-inch traditional corrugated design, metal, beautiful, right? Wonderful thing, sustainable design made from a lot of recycled materials. Wood is very sustainable too, of course. It's a renewable resource. But this is what they're going to look like. I have it in the garden right now, kind of around my rhubarb. This is not where it's going to live. This was recently assembled, and I'm going to be filling my garden beds in the fall, mostly after the harvest. Future video about that. But I just wanted to show you what they're going to look like. In fact, I'll flip the camera and you can see what they look like next to the raised beds right now for some comparison. These are just so wonderfully lightweight and easy to move. You can take a look from an aesthetic perspective, from a build quality materials perspective, from a height perspective, how much taller this is going to be. And this is a mid-range model. They come even higher. Keep that in mind as we're talking about all of the things that we're going to talk about. In fact, let's start with one right here while we have them from side to side. One reason why I'm switching from wood to metal raised beds is actually rounded corners. And you wouldn't even necessarily think about that, but let me tell you, the times when I have cut a corner, you know, you're just out here, you're doing work for hours on end, or you know, whatever. I am so goofy being a tall guy. I have hit my ankles on this, you know, bones, so many times, and it does drive you nuts, and you just feel like a fool, right? Not going to happen when you're rounding a corner here, right? I'm not liable to scrape my wheelbarrow here as I am coming around a corner here. So yeah, let's kick things off with rounded corners. Oh, and before we get too far, if you like this kind of gardening content, please do like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. That really helps the channel a lot. Thank you. First and foremost, and near and dear to my heart, this is a long-term financial decision for us. When we bought our home 12 years ago, I was 24. Is that right? Gosh, I was 24, 25. It was the bottom of the housing market still from the Great Recession. The people were getting a divorce. It was the right time. There was work that needed to be done, and skills that I had in carpentry, in yard management, gardening, all that kind of stuff. And so we've made this truly our forever home, our dream home. And one way that we are able to maintain that dream home quality is by doing so much by ourselves. Now, I could build new wooden raised beds, of course. These ones behind me that you'll see throughout the video, they lasted 8 years, and I built them very well. These are not just 4 boards screwed together. These are big boards that are screwed, and they have things on the top, and they've got metal braces, all sorts of reinforcement, and still they succumb to time, admittedly quicker than I was expecting. So I could build them probably 2.5 times for the life expectancy that I'm hoping to get out of these metal raised beds, and that's a wash, right? If the metal beds cost about 2.5 times as much as it takes to build them from wood, from those materials, but the metal ones will last 2.5 times as long for one down payment now, well, we're at a point where we can make that long-term financial decision instead of do the shotgun approach and build some more wooden beds. The things that I like about wooden beds, I like their infinite customizability. It's super easy to just get a board, cut it, screw it on, attach it. And goodness knows, I've Frankensteined these over the years. Look, I took down some other raised beds this year and I chopped them in half and added them to extend this out another 3 feet. and that's great. Can't necessarily do that with a metal raised bed, depending on the kind that you have, but it's only a matter of time before this happens, right? I've got these on wood chips, which is better than having them on bare soil or on grass. Leagues and bounds, of course, but wood still is going to maintain that moisture, retain it. And here in gardening zone 5B in Wisconsin, you know, we get cold winters, so we're going to have frost heave and ice and all that kind of stuff, and that really does do a number on wood. And while I love the vibes, I love the color of just wood that has grayed out from exposure over the years, I don't love the lack of structural integrity that has occurred. There was a time in the first several years where I would regularly walk on the corners or sit on it like this. I'm sure I'm out of frame now. And I love doing that, sitting here and putzing in the garden. But can't do that as much anymore. If I step on these and walk over, I'm at risk of something under here that I can't necessarily see not being in contact anymore, and that rot is going to cause a potential ankle twisting hazard, right? Rot. Pest control, rodents, rabbits. I love small animals, don't get me wrong, and there's enough food to share. But it is very frustrating when you're starting things and these little guys just hop on in and chew those new beans before they can get anywhere, as an example, or the kale or whatever else. And not that there isn't enough to share, but still, that can be disheartening. There was a time when our entire garden, I had it fenced in with rabbit wire. You can see some of the green 2x3 stuff in the back, and it worked well for a while, but then they got in. And then I started taking it down as I rebuilt our main fence, and I never put it up. And most of the vegetables were fine, so I've come to live with a more, shall we say, open air garden. I don't have to worry about deer coming in, so I don't need tall fencing. And Lord knows I can't keep out the birds or the squirrels. For that I would have to do netting over a raised bed, which you can do whether it's wood or metal. But the metal beds that I'm getting are 17 inches tall. This here is less than half of this, depending on how deep it is necessarily in the wood chips here. We're talking 6 to 8 inches. So we're going to be making these twice as tall, and my metal beds from VEGO have this beautiful classic corrugated design. So not only will they not be able to probably make the vertical leap, or mice, you know, they can't climb up a smooth metal surface, but yeah, that should deter some of the ground pests from getting in, I hope, right? That's one reason why I want to get off of this. Height. I am 6'5". I am a tall man, as you can see by my legs, purposefully framed like this in the camera. When I built these, like I've already alluded to, it was nice to sit on the edge and go in. But if these metal beds are going to last 20, 25 years, by the time I'm replacing them, I'm going to be in my mid-60s. And I know that as a tall man, any other tall man can tell you, my back will continue to deteriorate, and potentially my knees, and bending will suck more. So I'm trying to future-proof this for myself. Metal, it's just so much easier to get a taller raised bed. VEGO had 11 inches, 17, like 24 and 32. There were so many options. I could have gone way higher. I could have done elevated ones that don't even come in contact with the ground. So many options, right? This is the middle point for me, raising them up to here. So when I squat or bend, it's not as far of a reach to get all the way down. Sounds stupid now. Might sound stupid to a young gardener in your 20s. I know I thought it was silly when I was building these beds, but time catches up to all of us. And the height of a raised bed is important, and metal does it better. The monarch butterflies have been feeding from some of these giant zinnias that I've got interspersed in my beds. I hope they come back while I'm filming here. Another reason why I'm switching from wood to metal is a vain reason, but it's aesthetics. I've said that I do like the look of the wood. Obviously I've got the cedar chips. I think the natural grade wooden beds have a certain rustic mystique to it. But I'm personally ready for a change. And since these will have to go eventually, why not make a decision that is, you know, friendly for the garden and has sort of a joie de vivre to it, right? I enjoy creative placemaking. I enjoy my garden doodads and things that, you know, sparkle in the garden and spin and add life and creativity. And the garden beds that I got, they are a sky blue color, and that's just so pretty. I've got a sort of a paisley purple arch and fence that we'll be doing some different stuff with in the future, but we like those pastels in the garden. That color scheme is neat. And there's no reason making an aesthetic change can't be a reason to upgrade. Because goodness knows I'm not going to paint these wooden beds. For the plants themselves and the kind of things that I want to grow, metal will do a couple different things. Well, raised metal beds in particular. The metal will heat up the soil a little bit faster in the springtime than just wood would, right? As the solar radiation comes and soaks into the metal, that will seep into some of the surrounding soil, helping the whole thing to loosen up and get a jump start in your planting season. That's a fact. But also, I have a very dense clay soil that I'm working with here. Clay flats. I got Lake Winnebago right there. There's a whole geological history I could go into for my area, but I'm not dealing with a nice sandy loam or anything. And so it is difficult under many circumstances to properly grow root vegetables. I've had success with beets. I've had some success with radishes maybe a year after putting the topsoil on. But carrots have always been mixed, and I really do want to grow much nicer carrots. I feel like I should be able to with my skills, right? You ever have those vegetables where you're like, I should be able to grow this, why the heck can't I? And you're almost embarrassed by it? Carrots are kind of one thing. But with a 17-inch raised bed, right, when the bed is sitting this tall, and even though I'm going to do a hugelkultur method and I'm going to fill the initial, you know, base with some rotting logs and then some more decomposing material, etc., before we finally add soil on top, that true growing medium on the top, that soil is going to be real loose because frankly you just have more space to play with, right? I would rather mix this space here, you know, with my natural clay soil, some nice compost, some perlite, some sand, and get, you know, peat moss, and get that nice loose texture that carrots and beets want to grow in. That's easier to do up here than it is from here down into the ground. And it doesn't matter if it's in a controlled space under the ground, it's still under the ground, and that stuff is hard to mix up with a pitchfork or a spade. So coming up with my middle raised beds, the soil will be warmer and there'll be more space to make the soil the kind of soil I want to grow in. And that's it. Hopefully I'm in frame. Hopefully you've enjoyed this walk down wooden raised bed memory lane. They've been good, but it's time to move on. What do you think? Do you have metal raised beds? Do you like them? Would you have gone back to wood? Are you in my boat? Are you going from wood to metal? Do you have opinions? Do you not care? Always interested to have a discussion in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Again, check out the affiliate links and everything in the description down below. And until next time, happy gardening. Bye.